الندوة العالمية الندوة العالمية الندوة العالمية
صرحها فوق السحاب فعلها للخير باب للعلا تحث الركاب.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Wamy Future Youth Media Productions welcomes you to the program Experts Insight. It's my pleasure to introduce you the man with a mission who has dedicated his life to serving humanity. He is an engineer by profession, a journalist, a publisher, and the editor of renowned English monthly magazine Islamic Voice. He is also the founder director of Peace for You International Foundation. He has spent many years in designing a unique workshop, Discover Yourself, based on the principles and values of Quran and Sunnah. Brother Sadathulla Khan is from Bangalore city of India. We welcome you, Brother Sadathulla, to our program, Experts Insight. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair for inviting me for this program.
Please tell us something about yourself, such as your education, family background, your ambitions in the life.
I've been an engineer by profession. I've done my engineering from Bangalore city, and after passing out, I worked in multinational companies. I worked in Saudi Arabia for 3 years, went back and I did my export business. And after the export business, I have been publishing Islamic Voice since January 1987. 25 years I have been involved in social service, in the community development. I have met many religious scholars and organizing many workshops, seminars. In that experience that I gained from being with the scholars, Allah has gifted me with a new education that transforms people's life. So this mission of mine is to know oneself. One who knows himself knows God. And today we find that there are too much of sufferings in the world, and there are too much of hatred, revenge, and the family breakdowns are there, and also the character of the new generation is going down. So in this area, I took out an opportunity to serve and to make a difference to humanity in general, and in particular the Muslim community. And that is my mission. And since 2002, I am on this job of making a difference to humanity by the workshop called Discover Yourself. And I've been traveling all over the world from week after week, conveying this message of humanity as Islam is peace. And we as Muslims are the ambassadors of peace, and how to live in peace and experience peace and then give peace to humanity. That is my mission.
Brother Sadatullah, what made you to start this workshop, and who can benefit from this workshop of yours, Discover Yourself?
Now, being in 25 years of service to humanity, and among the scholars, among the Muslims, what made me to start this workshop is that we are working on the external, and nobody is working on the internal aspect of the Muslim. So most of the people are suffering, have no peace inside. They have stress, tension, there's depression. There are sort of problems are inside, and the character development is not there. So I took on this mission so that to bring in peace, stress, and to help people to gain their confidence. This brought me into this, and out of my experiences attending various workshops, these things, and having an expertise with the ulmas and the scholars, and being a publisher of Islamic for so many years, in that insight, that education, that knowledge I have, that I took on to pass on to them. And our workshop is not for particular group, sect, it is for humanity. Because Islam is a way of life, and Islam is a message to humanity. Islam is peace. And so unless I don't have peace with myself, I can't give peace to others. So this message of peace I am giving to humanity, and how not only to talk and deliver, but our workshop helps them to experience peace and live in peace. And in that, people's relationships, the broken, hatred, revenge, everything disappears and people love each other. And that's my mission there.
Okay, Brother Sadathulla, you have mentioned the workshop and it's for whom it is. So there are so many workshops in the world and so many training programs, and everyone is doing the training programs for so many people and having their advertisement. So how your workshop is different than their workshops and the programs which are in the same field?
Yeah, there are many workshops in the world, or many people are doing the workshop. They consider human being as a body and mind. And all those workshops helps you to control the mind and develop the mind and only the external aspect of it. A human being is not only body and mind. Human being is a body, mind and the spirit. We are spiritual beings in human form. So Islam addresses the whole body, mind and soul, the spirit. And holistically is a human being. So being in tranquility, we have to bring the balance of body, mind and the spirit together. Then only human being can be in peace. So our workshop is unique in the sense we address the holistic way, complete way, not dissect and keeping that away and that way. So insan or human being is a total. And when the human being is the total balance of body, mind and the spirit is in balance, they experience tranquility, qalb salim, nafs mutmaina. And in that, the people are living with happiness, joy. And that is the difference that we make than other workshops. And other workshops are only for external survival to existence, for the ability to develop, to achieve external skills. And that external skills, is good for our external thing, but without the soft skills, external skills are useless. And our workshop does it, who is using those skills? So who am I is the base foundation that I said, no, who is using the skills? Not how you are using the skill, what you are selling skills. So who is inside? So who am I is the first question. And that's where we actually know oneself. Discover yourself, who am I? So whoever I think I am is not I am. Yeah. And then am I? Only the truth, the creator can say this is me. And that's why when we connect to the true myself, who am I is the real myself, then the real self uses the skills and he'll be successful in this world and in the hereafter.
MashaAllah. So after the experience of hundreds of workshops all over the world, almost important countries and cities of the world, how do you evaluate the effect of this workshop on the people?
Yeah, it's a great question. People ask me, what is it after 3 days the workshop is going to finish off? In the workshop, we are not passing on informations, not a data. So data and information already available in the internet, in the books, in the DVDs. There are so many talks. That's why we call this workshop is a transformation, a paradigm shift in the perspective of life. In oneself, the whole paradigm shifts in seeing the perspective of myself, seeing the perspective of the world, perspective of people around. And that shift is already there, and that changes causes the behavior, the attitude, the speaking around the external. And we have found really, we can say almost 100% people's perspective changes, but how long it lasts, it depends on the practice of the individual. So that is how we give them maintenance programs, we help them so that they can practice and they can live a life. That's where our workshop is really effective, and people have been doing, since 12 years we have been doing. Even the people who have done the first workshop till now, they say their life has changed 360 degrees. And the relationships broken relationships have been able to be remended. So there is a very big impact on the people because we change the perspective. Once the perspective changes, the life changes. That's all. Very simple it is.
Brother Sadathulla, what type of audience you target in this workshop, and what is the result or the effect on them?
See, my target is humanity. That was my whole focus to all this message of this workshop. Like Islam is a way of life for human beings. So my target is humanity, to make a difference to humanity, to transform human beings. Inside that, I have taken the target of my community, Muslims. In the Muslims, men and women are there. So I have taken the target for the women to do the workshops more. Not that they are bad, wrong, because the women are able to transform, change their life, and able to know the reality, because the future generation is in their laps. A great Muslim scholar said, give me a Muslim woman, I'll give a Muslim nation. And a great person said, the hand that rocks the cradles rules the world. So the future generations are a lap in the mother's womb. So behind every man is a woman's success. So my target is to educate them, bring them the perspective of the reality, and help them to know and how they could make a difference to the future generation. So that is my target. But generally, if our whole family attends the workshop, in that the whole transformation happens in a family. Where they're speaking language, life, everything changes completely. So it is not a particular group or age, and from small to 8 to 10 years to 70 years, any person can attend. Qualified, unqualified, layman, anyone can attend the workshop. It is nothing but the basic fundamentals we teach them. The foundation of life. We are focusing on the pillars of life, we've forgotten the foundation. So we give them the basics and foundations of what life is, and what is the purpose of life, who am I, and how I can make a difference to humanity. If these basics are learned by anyone, and most of the people attend the workshop experience and respond and give the feedback, this workshop should be attended by every human being. And it should be targeted in the colleges, universities, schools, so that the youth at this age, they get this education which I am giving. It will make a huge impact into the society, bringing peace, harmony, love, affection, and empower the humanity to be the ambassadors of peace.
Good. You have mentioned almost the complete entity of the society, family. But why do you target mostly the women, and what is the logic behind it? Could you please give more insight about it?
So I'm not saying we are targeting women because they are illiterate or they are bad or nothing. The target of women is because the future generation is that their mother is bringing a new sapling. The children are nothing like angels who land in the laps, and the programming is done to the child by the mother. And if the mother is educated, having the fundamental values and principles, and those values and morals and values shall imbibe in the children. And today's children, what we see is been out. They are living in the virtual reality. They are only in the gadgets. And today's the most difficult thing for the parents is about the youth and how to bring them up. And they're not equipped with the new education. They have no power how to deal with the real children, today's children. So that's where we empower them and give them the how to deal with today's generation and how to empower them, bring them up with values and morals that Islam has based on. And we look forward to, if they imbibe those values and principles, we will be in future, we will get the Salahuddin Ayyubi like personalities. That's what we're targeting them.
Okay, you mentioned about youth, and we have this Department for Future Youth, World Assembly of Muslim Youth. So what is your special perspective about youth, and what type of work should be done in the youth?
So now today's youths are confused. They are caught up between materialistic and spirituality, religion and materialistic. And inside that, today's the exposure of the media, exposure of the present gadgets, these things has distorted them. The youth are not connected to this world, they are connected to the virtual reality. They are always 24/7 in the gadgets, and in 1 second they can't keep silence. And they are lost. They are just surviving and existing and nothing else. They lost connection with the spirit, with this one. So it is a very, very dangerous situation. because we are losing the youth away from the basic values and principles. The character and the moral that was there, it is disappearing and is falling down low by low. And today we have to focus on those principles, values and characters. We have to imbibe them. If not, we'll lose them. They will have the money, they have the wealth. If these values and the foundation is not there, and everything will collapse. And today parents are finding very tough time to bring the youths. And we find today's youth, the marriages are breaking within 3 months, 2 months. The divorce rate is very high and the tolerance level is gone. And what happened is the whole power, whole this thing is disappearing. So we have to really focus them, give them the direction, show them the purpose of life, and show that this thing they can enjoy the materialistic that God has given us. At the same time, hold on the values that Allah has given, the Quran and the Sunnah, how to live a life that Allah has shown as Islam, as a way of life. And that is very, very, very important.
Inshallah, keeping all these points in mind, we have a short break, and after break we meet you. Welcome back to the program Experts Insight. Brother Sadathulla, we were talking about the impact of media on youth. You, as in the field of media more than 2 decades, could you please tell us something about the media in today's world and how it having impact on the youth and the women and the family as a whole?
Now, 20 years back, the media was focused on print media. And now the whole media has transformed into visual gadgets, all WhatsApp, internet, this one. And the print media has slowly disappearing it. And in particular, the Muslims are very poor readers, very poor buyers of the media. And so the media is very much, can say, negligible impact on the Muslims. So the visual media, the TV has taken over, and all the entertainment, Bollywood, Hollywood, and the other medias has taken over and grasped us, and they are programming ourselves indirectly. And total, I can say, our eating habits, dressing habits, everything is controlled by the media. The whole perception of life is changed and controlled by the media. And we have no play, we have no role, because we have been fighting among ourselves. Media is haram, this is halal, that is not there, and still we are fighting. But they have conquered and they have entered our homes, not only our homes, they have entered our hearts and everything. And so only we have become external Muslims, internally media, Western philosophies, Western ideologies, Western things have been totally controlled by most of the Muslims. That's why they say the people are not buying TVs so that Western media is closed so that our youth can be saying, we cannot stop them. Today the media is in the fingerprint. And today if you don't awake and provide them the healthy entertainments, healthy programs, will be lost. And today the youths are totally restless because pleasure has become our way of life. And that is where we are not able to stop them, because they see the West, it is so much open, and our youths want to imitate them and want to follow them. Because enjoyment has become a way of life. So you can't just say this is wrong, that is right, this is haram, this is halal, and stop them. So today you have to awake them and bring them, show them the impact, the consequences of what all the media is happening. There are good things. Also, what is happening? So what is our role? Our media is negligible. And only what media we see, our TV programs, is just only some small Islamic programs. And those youths are not attracted into that. The old people, or religious people, only see this program. So this is where we have to focus on that media, and today's what youths are required and what type of program they required. We have to design, develop, open up avenues, and then make journalists, those things, and then create that. Otherwise, we are nowhere. We lost control of the Muslim Ummah.
So, what is the responsibility of the Muslim organizations? I mean, social organizations, Islamic organizations, in this field particular, and what type of material and the sources they should utilize in the field of media?
So, organizations, social means we have different departments like one is religious organizations, social organizations, educational organizations. So there should be a special media organization, totally focused, not part-time. You are organized with the religious activities, dawah, conversions, reversions, helping the non-Muslims, bringing into Islam, showing Islam. That is another thing. And media is not a part-time job. Media itself is a multi-billion-dollar investment and running it totally having professionals in that. Not just simply taking up something here from there and just showing something, it has no impact. Billions of people are there to watch it. What kind of programs, what kind of experts you have. To start the media, what kind of journalism courses we have. So unless we don't have that expertise, it's totally a different field setup that you have to develop, invest, bring professionals and start and impact the humanity. So the social, other organization can give the material to the media, what can be done. Authenticity can be given by them. That's all.
Don't you think that if not everything is done, and at least something is done, especially in the field of the da'wah, don't you think that the da'wah material should be in the media, in the approach of the people, and it is one way of the spreading Islam, or spreading the message of Islam?
Yeah, one of the ways you are using the media to present Islam. That is one of the ways, and that is your intention to do that. So you can use the media to present it and present the programs which mean Islam is not for Muslims. Islam is a message, is a way of life for humanity. And it is our duty to present this way of life to human beings and make them available and see at their home, because they have no opportunity to come and meet you or go to the Muslim organization, come to the mosque and to know what Islam is all about. Because what they hear, what they listen is all negative information of Islam. And they feel that Islam is something evil, something terrorism, and they think that Islam is something that is against the non-Muslims. Yeah. That is the misconceptions that medias are promoting, and it is our responsibility to see how that misconceptions can be removed and give the true picture of Islam media. And not only that, and the Muslims, how they are culturally living in different countries, in what way they are not able to see and know it. Yeah. And every person, Muslim, they see with a beard, they think they are Osama bin Laden or is a terrorist. The fear is being developed through those medias. So our responsibility is to present them the true way of life. What is projected is not the truth, not against them, and a message that they can lead and see this is what they hear, what they listen is not the truth, is all lies. This is the truth. And it is up to them to accept the truth or reject the truth. The choice is theirs, but our duty is to present the truth to them. This is it. They're welcome. Anytime they can ask. So we are doing, but we are not doing that. And we'll be held responsible for that.
Thank you very much. You are a host of Wamy, World Assembly of Muslim Youth, Department for Future Youth in Dammam, Saudi Arabia. How do you feel? What do you want to say about
Wamy? I can congratulate you all for doing a great, wonderful work in all over the world, contributing and making a difference to the youth, to the women, to underprivileged, to uplift the humanity, and then doing everywhere a wonderful job. I pray to Allah to give you the strength to see that, to give insights and still expand into the area of humanity, humanitarian ground that is very much inside, which is missing. And I hope and see that in the future that it spreads all over the world, every corner of the world, so that this message reaches them of humanitarian. And thank you very much, Jazakallah Khair, for calling me and having this invitation to me. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah Khair, Brother Sadathulla. Just but in the end, we would like to congratulate you on your success of this workshop, great workshop, Discover Yourself. And we would like just to have your advice for us to achieve the inner peace in life.
Yeah, inner peace, external peace. So unless you don't have inner peace, you can't have the external peace. So inner peace, Allah has given us a way, a formula. He indeed is successful who purifies himself. And that one who is corrupt inside is a failure. So to have an inner peace, one has to purify the heart. Once the heart is pure, free from all the evil inside you, you will be peace. When you are in pure and peace, you are connected to God, your external will be in peace. So the process to have inner peace is connection to God, connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And unless that connection is not there, then we can never ever have, because the source of peace is Allah, As-Salam. And our whole source is As-Salam. Allah's one of the attributes is As-Salam. And our greetings is Assalamu alaikum, peace. And we Muslims are peace. And Allah Ta'ala has the house of abode of Jannah is called Darus Salam, is peace. And when you pass away from there, you are welcome there, Assalamu alaikum. So the whole message, our life, inner, outer, external, everywhere is peace, peace, peace. But we have become pieces. That's unfortunate. So our job and your responsibility, everybody's responsibility, the Wamy's family, every Muslim's responsibility is to be with inner peace. When I'm at peace, I give peace to humanity. And that is the best way of propagating, inviting peace to the way of life of peace. And the way of life of peace is Islam. That's all. Thank you very much.
Jazakallah Khair. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much for being with us in this program, Experts Insight. We will be back with more experts in Experts Insight. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
نجمها الشامخ سطاع وعنها العالم سمع واسمها فوق ارتفاع من قريب ومن بعيد.
الندوة العالمية، الندوة العالمية.